Welcome to Little Sprout, a podcast for moms by moms.
We're your hosts, Sara and Mel, here to talk all things motherhood
and keeping it real.
Welcome back. It's Little Sprout Moms.
Thanks for tuning in again. I hope you guys liked our first episode.
Yeah, this is episode 2. Happy Friday.
Yes, we made it through the week.
A new month, October.
Oh my God, yes.
I know. It's crazy. We all made it. We're all alive in here. I feel really sleep deprived. This week at work was HELL-ish, but really happy to be here. I was reflecting.
Do you ever find when you're spelling words, you have to actually stop and think
I literally
really
just
hard?
close my eyes. You'll see it on the video. First of all, mom brain is an actual thing where everything takes me so much longer to process.
Yes.
I mean, I'm 18, we're almost 18 months postpartum. Is mom brain still a thing? It is.
Well, I think your brain actually does change after you have a baby.
This is very true. I've seen the articles.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I don't know, maybe we have to do some crossword puzzles or something to get our
In what time? In what time?
I don't know. Wishful thinking,
Wishful
right?
thinking, yes. So episode 2, I was reflecting this whole week. I don't know. I haven't found first of all, I'm not an artistic person. I've tried many hobbies. I'm just not, it's not in my DNA. It's okay. I'm more science, math based, all good. But that, recording our first episode was such a release for me.
You know what? I literally said the same thing to someone too. I never I'm not an artistic person either, but I was it weirdly got creative juices going.
Oh, 100%. And I don't know if it was all the editing afterwards, we're a 2-women show. We're doing all of our clips and we had to do TikTok and YouTube and Instagram and literally all the things, which is a whole education because we're not Gen Z.
No, we're not.
We're not Gen Z. But yeah, it was almost therapeutic in a way. Not necessarily the work after, but the actual episode. And then I listened to us on my drive home from work one day and I was like, oh, we're cute.
I know. We sound good, I think.
We hope. We hope it works for episode 2, all of our setup.
All of our hard work that we put in. I mean, I have to say, like you said, the learning curve about understanding, okay, yes, we recorded. But then what happens after? You then have to edit, which actually was easier than I thought it would be.
Yeah, software these days, AI is really incredible.
Yeah.
Shout out to Riverside. That's what we're using.
Yes.
And made it
it's great. Highly recommend. Highly recommend.
Literally so easy. But the actual we didn't get into it. We just said it was hard. Episode 1, the actual tech setup, it should be easy.
Yes.
It's not.
The amount of adapters that we have on this,
you guys can't see it, but there's a lot of wires in front of us right now. And it was a whole new education, but we are smarter because of it.
I know, and I'm proud of us.
We did it.
We figured it out ourselves, too.
Yeah.
At many points, Melissa was like, we should hire someone. And I was like, no.
That is my MO. That is my MO. This is too much brain work and energy, and I'm running on empty. And Sarah's like, no, we're smart. We can, it's like wires. We can figure this out. And here we are. Lots of YouTube videos later, we made it to episode 2.
Yeah, we did. So we're also going to try to do this weekly. Now I'm emphasizing the try. That is...
Yeah, this is real life. We both work over 40 hours a week and mom, but I think it's an attainable goal.
I think so too.
And I think it's relatable to just catch everyone up on our weeks.
Yeah, no, I agree. But, if we miss a week, it's because something came up.
Literally something came up and I'm sure we'll tell you about it. Okay, so my week this week, it was really long, but I'm excited for the weekend. I'm going to Seattle.
Oh, yeah, that's why we're recording on Friday.
Yes.
Because Melissa's going away this weekend.
Yeah. So my brother lives in Seattle and we're bringing the girls and we're going to have a little leaves fall getaway. The whole family is going. I'm petrified about the plane ride.
Why? Isn't it quick?
Yeah, it's 2 hours, but 2 kids, 17 months. What toys do I bring? Is Miss Rachel the whole time okay?
I mean, for me, it is.
Sesame Street?
For me, it is.
It's whatever.
I have no rules on the plane.
Yeah.
Zero rules.
I like that mantra.
I let her do whatever she wants. I mean, obviously, as long as it's safe, even though she literally always wants to walk around during takeoff and landing. And that's when, I get the stares of like, I'm trying to hold her back from running.
Wrangle you
Yeah.
in. Also, unlimited snacks,
Yeah.
whatever they want.
Yep.
Yogurt melts, puffs, whatever. The dyes,
Yeah.
the whatever
Whatever they
unhealthy.
get from the flight
Oh,
attendants. I
yeah.
don't even know.
Stickers. Yeah, whatever keeps it up. Yeah, I don't know. I always get anxious like right before traveling with all my girls and just traveling in general. And I just realize it's part of life. And once we're there, it's so much fun. And my brother is married but doesn't have any kids. And I have to say, like, seeing that relationship of my younger brother with my girls is like the most special thing. And like, we're close, but not the closest. We're very different. But seeing him with my girls and like loving them in like such an uncle way, it's so cute.
Yeah. No, it is cute. Oh, wait, our brothers are of the same
Yeah.
name, actually, which is weird.
Brother's name is Aaron?
Oh,
Mine
mine
is.
too. But yeah, my brother is like definitely like the typical like funny uncle. Like,
Yeah.
fun uncle.
Fun uncle vibe.
Yeah.
My brother picked Natalie up from sleepaway camp this summer in his fun car, like a 2-seater. He's into cars. A 2-seater, like sports little BMW, and they drove down the coast together.
Oh my God, that's so
I know.
fun.
Memories.
I'm jealous.
I know.
She probably had a blast.
Oh, she did. She got all the fast food she wanted and just, had a fun, fast drive.
Yeah,
They made it home from like north of San Francisco and back to LA in like 4 hours with stops. And I was like, how fast were you driving my daughter? Talk to me about that.
You're like, no,
No, we don't care.
tell
We don't
me.
care. Yeah, we don't care. Seatbelts were on. You're in one piece.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
That's funny. Wait, so you're going to Seattle. You're leaving today?
Today.
Okay.
Yeah, midday.
And we're all packed?
No, we're not packed. No, we are. For the most part, we are. She's 11, super independent with packing herself. I like bought all of this Walmart clothes because my brother's like, it's a little chilly. It's like rainy, like a little bit like Seattle. Would never live there.
Love how you throw that in.
Moved to LA for sunshine and
No rain.
happiness.
Yeah.
No rain. My brother moves to Seattle. Like, what? Why? Anyway, so I ordered such cute things from Walmart.com and I was not environmentally nice. And I was like, I need all the packages in the world because I need it by Friday. And I opened them and it's a 2T and they were for 4-year-olds. They were huge.
It's so funny.
But what's with children's size? It's
I don't
ever
know.
since they've been young.
I know, it's very confusing and every store sizing is very different. Like Jordan is tiny
She's tiny.
and she can honestly in some of her clothes still wear like 12-month stuff.
Well, I had
which is
Aviva
fine.
this morning, like in a long sleeve because it's cold in the mornings, like was 12 months. I looked
Yeah.
at the tag because after my fiasco, I looked at the tag.
Yeah.
12
But
months.
then like some brands, you put her in like an 18-month and it's like just fits. And I'm
Tight.
like, this doesn't make sense.
Tight over my Buddha
But
belly.
I did notice because I was looking for some new stuff for her because she is outgrowing some things. You still have to look under baby for
Yeah, that's what
whatever
you-
reason.
What? But they're not.
No, but
They're
they're not.
toddlers.
And then it goes from like 18 to 24. And I
Okay.
think the max is 24.
24 months
Yeah.
that they'll fit into.
And then it goes to taller.
Okay.
Again, I could be wrong because I'm going through this the first time too.
Yeah, here we are.
But I think that's how it works. But I don't know why they
But
make
it's
it
been
confusing.
confusing since like the newborn size. And you had a preemie.
Oh yeah, I was in the hospital ordering preemie clothes. Sara makes really good preemie clothes.
Love that.
If anyone ever needs anything. Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's very confusing.
It's been
from the very
confusing
beginning.
since birth.
Yeah, like 00, then 0, then 1, and you're just like,
and then the diaper sizes.
so makes no sense.
There was a point where like I felt like every like month we were switching diaper sizes. Viva has been in a size 4 for like
Forever.
what feels like a year.
I know.
And I'm like, and that's fine because that's just easy.
Yeah, I mean, like,
when do they outgrow
When
them?
did we go up to 5?
Yeah.
Because it
Maybe never. And my little girl has quite the belly. We love it. We're body positive over here. No, it's really the cutest thing ever. It's like sticks out. But yeah, and so I because of her belly and like where the diaper lands, I'm like, is it time for a size 5? But it's not. It's like when they start having blowouts, right?
I don't even know.
Like what? That's what they say. That's what
Oh,
my
is that
mom
what they
told
say?
me. Yeah, like it's time for a new like whenever she was like a newborn or like 3 months, she's like, well, it's time for a new diaper size if they're having blowouts.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, I
Like, it
guess.
means whatever's like it's not containing.
Yeah, right. So we need a bigger size. Do you remember the blowouts? First of all, it's crazy how fast your mind like deletes
Yeah,
all of newborn, all of the first year, basically.
literally.
But I remember when they were like 3 to 6 months, the blowouts.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, Jordan's blowouts were not as bad as what was coming out on top.
Yeah, Jordan and Sarah
So,
went through
like,
it.
I don't know. Like, didn't have as many blowouts as I feel other people had, but
We had a lot.
it was, I mean, when it happens, it's really bad.
And like in the car seat,
You
like, are
just
you
throw
kidding?
everything
Oh
away. 'Cause-
yeah.
I mean, not the car seat.
No,
You just
not
figure
the
out a way to
car
clean
seat.
that. But
Um,
clothes wise, yeah, I'm just like, no, we're not washing this. It's just going in the trash.
yeah, it's at some points in blowouts you have to do that. And the other thing is that we recently invested in that I was like, why did I not have this when she was an infant? Is a shop vac, like a little green machine suction
Oh,
thing to
yeah.
clean. I have been fiending across my house, the car seats, like
Oh,
any type of upholstery.
smart.
It's the strollers.
Yes. Well, you
I'm
can
like,
also put the strollers in the
you did that. What?
Yeah, I've done it multiple
How?
times. I mean, it's a pain in the ass because you have to like take the whole thing
The
apart.
fabric comes off.
Yeah, but and then you just put it
Genius.
in and
It doesn't shrink or you let
no,
it
I let it
dry.
air dry.
Yeah.
And I think I don't know, you look up like if you have to put
Yeah,
it on like gentle cycle or something.
probably.
But it's I try to do that. I mean,
How often do you do that? I've
it's
never
been
done
a
that.
minute since it's been I don't know, before she outgrew her Duna and we went on our last trip with it, I washed that one.
Nice.
So that one's like somewhat
Clean.
clean at this
Yeah.
point.
But you don't use it anymore.
Also, the Duna is the best invention ever.
Yeah,
I
like
love it.
Sarah would pull up to the park early on and like boom, boom, boom. And I would be like still trying to get my baby out of the car, opening up this huge stroller for a tiny baby, shuffling her. She's screaming. I'm crying. I don't know how to use my new stroller. And here we are. Yeah, Nate was always like, I'm so like, we need a Duna. And I was like, we're not spending money on a million different things. But I think for our next, we need a Duna.
It's the best thing. I wouldn't make you get something that wasn't worth it.
No, you're very good at that. You know it's worth it.
Yeah. So yeah, we just got really sidetracked because we were talking about our weekend or what we're doing this weekend.
Yeah, because it led to like
Yeah.
baby travel. Okay, yeah. But
So I think if we have nothing else to talk about with our current.
no, let me say one thing.
Okay.
So it's October and I have perpetually, like, I've just never been a Halloween kid, Halloween person. And now that I'm saying that out loud, I know exactly why. It's because I am deathly allergic to a lot of things. And it
Oh, you
was,
think that's the reason
oh, yeah.
behind it?
Yeah, we've done this in therapy. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that
And
makes
like
sense.
Halloween, I could never just like go to a house and get what I want and try the candy. It was like, a whole thing. Like my mom had to like dump out the candy and like we had to check every label and all this stuff. So I've just never been a Halloween kid. And that's why, and I never liked like dress up parties in
Yeah.
college either. I don't know.
I'm the
Just
same way. It
like
was never
not
a
into
thing for
it.
me.
Okay. So, but we go for walks. Like I try to every night because it's like good to stay active. And it's like before bedtime, we get out our energy and the whole family goes for a walk, minus Nate. He's always still at work. But there, I live in this cute little neighborhood and people are decorating their houses. And when Aviva, like, when it clicked that like there were pumpkins and ghosts and this one house is like all decked out, she was like, she like stopped and she was, and I want to find like her sound so we can play it during this episode. She like was like, ooh, and she was like, and there was like a cow, I don't know, a random cow that was dressed up. And she's like, moo, just like so excited. And I was like, this is fun.
Yeah,
Like
I know.
seeing their excitement, I was like, I guess we're dressing up. What are we dressing up
I
as?
know.
How?
Well, remember what we did last year?
Yeah, they were so cute.
We went to this like music Halloween thing. It wasn't on Halloween. I think it was like on a Saturday or
Yeah.
Sunday.
At a park.
Yeah. It was fun. I mean, because they were so little, you
They
can't
were
take them
so little.
trick-or-treating, and they dressed up as ketchup and mustard.
They were the cutest little things. We'll get a picture and put it in this episode. Oh my gosh, they were the cutest little things, and I can picture that picture in my head. They were so small. Teeny
Small.
tiny 6 months were those costumes, 9 month size,
Oh
I
my
think.
God.
Right?
Jordan, like, had no neck.
Oh my
She
God,
was,
that's
like,
the
barely
cutest
sitting
thing. Both
up.
of
Yeah.
them. Both
I
of
don't know, I
them.
feel like Aviva was, like, a little more advanced in, like, the sitting up than
Maybe,
Jordan.
maybe, but I don't know.
It was
Jordan,
just they were cute.
they
They
were
were
just
very
so
cute.
cute. And ketchup and mustard, how creative of
Yeah,
us
I
for
know.
not liking costumes and Halloween.
I
That was very
know.
cute.
But yeah, I agree. Like, it definitely is much more fun when you see it from their perspective and how excited they get with things.
Yeah. And then I was like, also, I hung out with my friend at this really incredible place this past weekend. It was like an indoor clean down situation. And she was like saying how they went to Disneyland and they have like Oogie Boogie Days, which is like this
Not into
Halloween
it.
thing. Exactly. We're not into it, so we don't know. But she was like seeing Sadie, who is her 2 year old, like have the time of her life at Disneyland. And I was like, that sounds like fun. And Disneyland has not even crossed my brain to bring that her. She just seems like
No.
too small
Yeah.
to like really know what's going on, but maybe
Yeah,
they're
I
not too
guess.
small.
Yeah, maybe they're not. I do see families with like young kids,
100%.
but I don't know, maybe it's because I'm not a Disney person,
Yeah.
so it's not on my thing to
Yeah, Nate and Natalie are really into Disney, so I've
Oh,
become
they
more of
are?
a, yeah, like Moana. I think like growing up, Natalie watched a lot of like Disney movies with Nate, and it was like their thing.
It's
So
cute.
yeah, little daddy daughter Disney
Yeah.
situation. And they like the first Halloween I spent with Nate and Natalie, they like Nate dresses up. And I'm like, you what was he? Oh my
Wait, so are you
God,
guys
what
gonna
was
do a
he?
family costume?
Well, last year we did
Oh, you were Moana.
yes, thank you. So both girls were Moana. I was, again, not a Disney person, don't know who the mom is, but I was that. And then Nate was the dad, and he's like Asian, and he like really played it off
I
because,
don't
sorry, I thought I turned off it.
weren't you like supposed to be like the chicken or something? Like
Oh yeah, my husband wanted me to be the freaking chicken, and they were all, Natalie and him were ganging up on me, and I was like, no, I'm not going to be the chicken.
I
Was I the
remember that.
chicken?
I don't know.
No, I ended up being the mom.
I remember you complaining. They
Yeah,
want
because
me
they
to be a
literally bought me
chicken.
and they bought me the chicken costume. And they, like, I had these two beautiful Moanas, and Nate was like the hot, like, Polynesian dad with tattoos, and I had to be the chicken. Like, that's not fair.
That's
I'm the
funny.
cute mom. I don't need to be the chicken. The thing that happened this week is I texted Sarah at like, I don't even know. I thought it was like 4 or 5 a.m. because I, yesterday before I went,
Sorry if you hear my daughter
yeah.
cry.
Yesterday, before I went to bed, I had this like weird neck soreness. And then I woke up today and my neck was like killing me. I never get back or neck pain. I mean, I haven't been as active as I like to be. Hashtag mom life. And I don't know. I'm like, what could it be?
I don't know, because I've been waking up with back pain too, and I think it's from picking up a 20 something pound human being
Aviva is
constantly.
I think you hit it spot on because Aviva, like you don't realize it, they're 25 pounds. I
I
can't even
know.
pick up a 25-pound
No,
dumbbell, but we're picking them up all the time.
I know. And sometimes I do like stupid things with her, and I'm like, why am I doing this to my
Yeah,
body?
this is silly.
Yeah.
This is silly. Oh, 100%. Like, they're tiny and at that point you feel like they're heavy.
Yeah.
And then how does your body just adapt to like lifting 25, like
And you can just,
deadlifting,
yeah,
squatting?
yes. Well, that's the thing. I don't think I'm lifting her
Yeah, we're
properly.
not. We're not.
And then also just like walking around with her because she's still like at the age where she's like, she's like,
Hold me. I
yeah.
can't do anything by myself yet. I want to run, but I want to be held, and I can't
No, I
decide.
can't decide if I'm a baby or a toddler.
It's very cute.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, weird aches and pains, I guess, always are a part of motherhood.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Basically. And I just want to give a shout out to Natalie for being the best
What happened?
big sister.
Natalie is current.
It's probably Jordan made a mess.
Okay,
She
then.
loves to vacuum.
Oh, she'll love the vacuum.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Nat. Yeah, so I guess like motherhood is just the weird aches and pains. But should we get into it for today?
Yeah. So I think I don't know if we said this already, but like every week we're going to have one topic that we'll kind of talk about and hit on and
In our scatterbrained
yeah,
way,
yes,
clearly.
exactly.
So what's our topic this week?
Feeding little babies.
Love feeding little babies.
And I guess the different paths that we both went down, because they're a little different.
Yeah, similar
I mean,
but
everyone's
different. Yeah,
different in their own
everyone's
way.
journey is so different. So true. So I just have to say that, I mean, Sarah and I have both worked in the NICU and in with pediatrics for a decade, but having your own baby is a completely different beast. Like we were educated about how to feed babies. Yet when it
Hmm.
came to Aviva, I was like, I don't know, like what is the saying? Chicken and water? I don't cat. I don't know.
I don't know, but I know what you're trying to
Anyway,
say.
like I felt in the dark, even
Yeah.
though I like had this knowledge base. So
Yeah.
for someone who has like never like held a baby or
I
interacted with
know.
kids,
I
like I
know.
like truly can't imagine.
I can't imagine either. Like, given, like, you're at the hospital, the baby's in the belly, now they're in the world, and they're like, here you go, take it
Well, this
home.
is like a thing that parents, like new moms talk about all the time. It's like you get home and you're like, now what?
Yeah.
And that's like truly how I felt. Um I'm trying to remember. I breastfed for about 6
You
months.
did for a long time.
Yeah, 6 to 7 months, and I was a certified lactation counselor, like, before I ever had the ability to breastfeed. So, again, knowledge, foundation, those classes don't teach you anything. You
No,
learn everything by breastfeeding.
you literally do. But it's weird also because everything that I learned, which I learned on Instagram when I had the baby already,
100%.
Reddit, unfortunately.
The deep dives of
Yeah.
Reddit and momhood
Yeah.
are a thing.
It's crazy out
But,
there.
but like
But you need
people offer
it.
good
I
advice and
know, I
sometimes it works
know.
and
It
then
does. I learned a lot, I have to say,
yeah,
because there's a lot of groups out there that you didn't know existed until you have that
100%.
problem. So if you want to keep talking about your
Oh yeah.
breastfeeding
So
journey.
yeah, so I breastfed first of all, like I'm just like you wake up one morning and your boobs are huge and they hurt. It's like 3 days after you give birth, so it's all a blur anyway, and then your boobs are like literally triple D and
Yeah.
you're like, I guess my milk came in question
Yeah.
mark because again, no
But I
one
don't
tells you.
know. Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I will say like the clogged up, the
Mhm.
spraying of milk everywhere, like that crap was a
I just
journey.
remember like we would text each other all the time because we're like, I come out of the shower,
Oh my
we're
God.
nice and
I
clean.
literally deleted this
And
from my
then I'm
memory.
sorry if this is like TMI, but like all of a sudden there's milk coming out of your boobs.
Like literally, you never get to shower. You finally feel a little bit clean, and you're still having postpartum bleeding and everything, and like diapers and pads and
Yeah.
whatever the heck. And yes, I forget
You're
that
like
your
all of a
milk
sudden,
is dribbling
yes.
down your
You're
clean
like
stomach, and you're like, what the fuck? I'm not clean anymore. Sorry, we can bleep that out.
just sorry if you have kids in the car.
Yeah, sorry if you have kids in the car. So, yes, thank you for reminding me again. I blanked out a lot of it. So, but Aviva had like insanely bad colic. I like my mom laughs at me because I had colic apparently as a baby, but
Oh, you did?
yeah. Like Aviva screamed all day, all night, and there was no rhyme or reason. And then your pediatrician tells you to cut out every food in the world,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm already allergic to a million things.
Everything. And you're like,
And
I'm eating
I'm
nothing.
and you have to eat to keep up your milk supply.
Yeah.
Like it's a whole cyclical cluster F.
Yeah.
And um once my dad was like, I'm just gonna be on my dad's a pediatrician, and he was like, I'm just gonna be honest with you, Melissa, when your pediatrician tells you to start cutting out things, cutting out things, cutting out things, it's just buying them time.
That's
Like for
so
some kids,
true.
like for some kids, it
So
yes
true.
can make a difference in their
Yeah.
GI tract and what they can handle, but at some point their gut just matures,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like you dealt with the
Yeah.
same thing with
Yeah.
or a similar thing.
Yeah. Yeah, with a whole gut thing. And I feel like her gut is still mature.
Yeah. I mean, all
Unfortunately.
of our guts are a thing,
But
but
it's totally true. And like, I mean, I love our pediatrician, I really do. But it was kind of the same thing where like they don't know the answer. So they're just
no,
coming up with random things too.
to do.
Yeah. And oh my God, that's so true.
Yeah. And I was
Smells
like,
sad.
honestly, like, yeah, I was like, well, and at the time, like, could I emotionally handle that for my dad? No, no. I mean, postpartum can be another topic, but
Yeah.
anyway, yeah. So Aviva was breastfed and like combo fed. I went to back back at work and I had to pump at work, which was awful. And then I don't know, it was like time for us to move on. And I think everyone has their own path and journey with that. But
Did
I
you
just,
do you did combo feeding with formula, right?
yeah. So initially her sugars were low when she was first born, so she was getting formula, and then like they were like, you have to keep feeding her because my milk wasn't in yet, and I knew I wanted to breastfeed. And yeah, we did combo feed because but eventually I had like such a supply, like an oversupply in my freezer, and I actually like I know this is probably people will have things to say about this, but I had to like throw out a
Me
lot of my
too.
supply.
Me too.
I didn't know like where to
Well,
safely donate or like whatever.
I looked into it so many
Okay,
times, but
good.
then it's a whole thing, and I think it's great because actually Jordan did use donor breast milk in the
In the
NICU,
NICU.
but I just like wasn't in the headspace to handle
Yeah.
trying to figure that out. And then also when I finally was like going through my freezer, I was like, this is all expired.
Yeah, it's all old. We can't use it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened with us. So, yeah, so that colic thing was a journey. And I'm pretty sure that's the reason, like, why I could have had off of work way longer, but I went back, like, modified part-time schedule because her screaming was so bad that it was impacting my mental health. And I was just like, I need to get out of the house. And it was heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking no matter what to leave your infant, but it's like what I needed to
Did she
keep
do the
sane.
same thing at daycare? Or you don't even
I
know?
don't know. Probably not. Like they say it's like also like a relationship
Oh,
based thing.
really?
Yeah. Like they're always like better with someone else. Also, it's like your hormones like make it seem probably 10 times worse than it was. But no, she
That's
actually
true.
like did scream all day. It was really like my Bose can't noise canceling headphones have never been used more.
It's so funny now because my husband will be like, Aviva's so quiet.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God. No,
And I
she's
was like,
not. A little screamer still. But anyway. Yeah, but you dealt with not colic, but like
I don't know, milk intolerance.
intolerance.
Who really knows what truly happened with Jordan? I mean, I think a lot of it, she was born early. She was born at 33 and 6 weeks, so like basically 34. Was in the NICU for 2 weeks. Yeah, which is and it's can be a whole other discussion. So like in the NICU, you're trying to pump. I mean,
Ugh.
again, I've worked in the NICU, so like you see these moms come in, you're like, "Oh, do you have breast milk?" And they're like, "Yes or no." And when I was the nurse, like saying that to a mom, I would never I would try not to like impose like, "Oh, like you should try to pump right now to get your milk in and all this stuff." And
That's what you're taught though, like to say to a mom to like try to
right.
encourage her because it's best for
But
a
it's
baby.
also
But
like
the psychological,
yes, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I would hear that and I'm like, oh my God, I have to do it. I have
right?
to like sit here right now when I want to be holding my baby and pump, which is like ridiculous. So I also would like be waking up in the middle of the night to pump. Your baby's not even present in the house and I'm
Ugh.
trying to produce milk. So I did not have a good supply. So many reasons behind that. So while I'm trying to pump, give her like first she was only getting donor breast milk and then she needed more calories, her sugars were dropping, same type of thing. So then it had to be regular form, whatever it was they did to it. So then she couldn't get breast milk anymore. I didn't really care when they asked me. I'm like, do whatever you need to do. So then also I wasn't, once she was like on full feeds, we did my breast milk, which was barely ever enough for her
Right.
little feeds. And then we would do formula. And then once we were home, it was like the same type of thing. Like my doctor wanted her to gain weight. I was so against in my head. I don't know if it was like I felt ashamed for giving her formula,
Sure.
because there is really so much pressure for people to breastfeed.
The pressure is insane. And
Yeah.
like the Instagram and whatever. And
Yeah.
we know it's quote unquote best for
Best,
a
yeah.
baby, but like it
What's
might not
best for
be
mom.
okay. Yeah.
So that was really difficult because I'd be like, "Oh, I'm breastfeeding." Like, there'd be times where I felt like she was getting so much from me, but then she wasn't gaining weight. So my doctor was like, "I want her to get formula too." But then she was also spitting up. We now added this aspect to it. So I also felt like she wasn't spitting up with my breast milk. And then I'm like, oh, she's actually tolerating it. And then my doctor was like, no, she's not gaining weight. So then she's like, I just want you to use formula. So then it was like finding the right formula, which
Literally a dance.
I think I know every formula
Oh, you
in the
do. Yeah,
market.
I remember you posting your excess formula that like
Yeah.
she didn't
Yeah.
tolerate on Facebook Marketplace. Like what?
So many. I went through so many different types of formulas. And like before I even had her, I tried to like be as clean as possible. And I bought this formula. I think it was hip, but just like regular hip formula from wherever I bought it. She couldn't even use it because she was like allergic to milk. So then I had to
Right.
sell that. We ended up with hip HA, which she tolerated. Also, the other crazy part is going back to doctors. Love doctors, but sometimes, I'm sorry, you have to question them.
What'd they do? What'd she do?
She
Your
would tell
pediatrician.
me that, and this was a whole practice because we were constantly bringing
Yeah.
her in, being like, it is not normal how she is acting. She's in agony,
Right.
screaming her head off every time she eats. Like, something is not right. So they'd be like, it takes 2 weeks for them to adjust to the formula. And
You're
you're
like,
like,
what?
you want her to scream like this and literally projectile vomit
That was
for
Jordan's
2
thing.
weeks?
Jordan, like literally, we would go to mommy and me, and like, yeah, like my baby spit up. Jordan projectiled
And it was like fountain.
like a fountain. And like in the middle of mommy and me, Sarah just be like, okay. And I would be like, oh, that's what you're texting me about. Like
No one got it until they actually
they
saw
saw it
it.
100%. It was a lot of
Like,
volume
yeah.
across the room.
Yeah. And to feed her, you would have like towels. Like,
You would walk
for
around with towels.
and to this day, Lauren
Yeah.
and I are like, we still need a burp cloth
Yeah.
nearby because we're like PTSD.
Even though she's better
Yeah,
now.
no,
When did
she's
it
much better.
stop? I don't even
I
remember.
don't even know. Started solid. Like it got better once we found a formula that seemed to agree with her stomach
Sure.
and it like improved. I mean, she still was spitting up, I will
Right.
tell you, but it was better for her. And then we kind of started solids and it got a little better and then she eventually just like outgrew it.
Right.
I don't know. We never really, I don't know.
I
We don't
think
know
with
the
all of
reason.
it, you'll never know the reason because there are so many variables at play. And like there is, again, like my dad said, like I just feel like sometimes they have to grow up and like this is just part of having a baby that literally no one tells you about.
Hmm.
Which like my friend from work recently had a baby and like she was like, no one like I was so excited to be pregnant and all this stuff, but no one like talks about how hard it is to have a baby at home. And like just the feeding alone is takes up your whole day.
Yeah.
24 hours you're trying to feed this child.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you're breastfeeding, even if not, your husband's not nearly as much as involved because they're not like connected to the baby
Yeah.
in the same way. Like for me, it was like a biologic, like literal, like need to like make sure she was fed and happy.
Yeah.
And it still is, right? But like at that time, it was all you did.
All they did.
Yeah, all
Like
they did was
all
eat,
sleep, and
poop.
poop. Literally, those are the three things. And that's your cycle.
Well, and you're supposed to do that without any sleep because they're up
Yeah.
every 2 hours. I mean, it was crazy.
I can't believe we did it.
I know. We made it.
I know.
We made it to the other side. But
Yeah.
again, like, it's so crazy how fast your brain erases all of that. Like, honestly, that was such a rough, dark time for me. And then, like, all of a sudden, 6 months, you're starting solid and you like turn a corner.
I know it's so weird. Like my brother recently had a baby.
Yeah, you're an
I
auntie.
little Theo, he's 4 months.
Oh my
Or maybe he just turned
gosh.
5 months.
Time flies.
Yeah. But like Lauren will ask me questions and I'll be like, yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, like
Like,
literally, I don't remember.
yeah, I don't know what we did. Like,
It was all a literal blur. I kind of wish I like kept a journal or something at that time because our podcast would probably be infinitely funnier. We should just go through like our texts
yeah, we
because
should.
like the sleep deprived feeding text, spit up text, colic text. Oh my gosh.
Or what we found on Reddit.
Wait, no, but actually, like at one point, and very early on in our friendship, we would just send each other screenshots of Reddit
Yes.
about feeding our baby,
Yeah.
what to do,
Yes.
and whatever. But honestly, those moms like were on like had more information than my pediatrician.
It's true because so like Jordan obviously had reflux and there was like this whole reflux community on Reddit and my sister found them and basically what it came down to was do whatever you need to do to make them comfortable. And I was like, Yes.
Yes, that's
Do whatever
literally
you need to
it.
do. I mean, obviously be safe, but like do what you need to
But like
do.
safe. Okay,
Yeah.
so my friend who has a newborn right now is texting me, and I remember our text back and forth. And I literally texted her, like, my friend and I have texted about this back and forth. This could be a whole other topic.
Yeah.
Should I go into it?
You can,
Okay,
yeah.
like I'll briefly touch on it. Safe sleep.
Oh, I was gonna say that because
The positions, it's whatever your baby falls asleep in. If I'm
yes.
there, but like
Because it drives like the American Pediatric Academy drives you insane.
insane.
I know.
But like the ways and positions our babies fell asleep in, we're not, I'm just putting it out there, we're not technically safe
No.
sleep. And they're
She
alive
was
and
on, I
thriving.
mean, Jordan was on her stomach
Oh, you're
because that's how she was comfortable. I mean, she was
because
refluxing. I mean,
yeah,
would
her
you want to
stomach
be
hurt all
sleeping
the
on your back
time.
if you were
Yeah.
refluxing? No.
Oh,
So she slept on her stomach.
yeah. And like what were
Oh, that snuggle thingamajiggy. Yeah, she loved that. She slept in
yeah,
there.
in there. But yeah, safe sleep in an infant, even without stomach issues, like it's whatever works for you.
And I have to say, like, because Jordan and I did do some co-sleeping, and I know, again, a lot of people are against that.
Yep.
I actually, there's a whole way to
I
safely
literally just got
co-sleep.
these on
It's
Instagram. Like,
there's like 7 things that you have to
mm-hmm.
follow, so I followed them,
Yeah,
and
and
they
you
all
do
made
what works.
sense. You can't have the blanket on
A heavy
you. Yeah, it has to
blanket.
be like below your knees. You have to be sleeping
Totally.
in a C curve. The baby can't be in a sleep sack. Like it all makes sense. You can't
Totally.
have alcohol in your system or any drugs, obviously. But I mean, I guess you need to say that for some people out there.
Sure.
But I think if you like follow it that way,
If you
like
do it
there's
the right
no,
way, it's okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. Nate, I like sleep trained. We just like, I slept trained Aviva because I was back at work too late. But anyway, because of daycare and everything, like she became a fiercely independent sleeper, so much so that like Nate thinks it's too much because like she won't even nap with us. Like she won't even like fall asleep
Oh,
on
that's
me.
good.
Yeah, but like I want to snuggle.
Yeah,
She like would literally prefer to nap alone in her crib with nothing touching her.
but that's good.
I know, but
I mean,
like the
sometimes I'm sure she
cuddle.
snuggles. I
Yeah.
can't really nap with Jordan anymore.
No, I know. I
She'll
know.
want to play. Like
Yeah,
if we
no,
go,
you
unless
can't.
she's exhausted,
Yeah,
like we're not napping together.
no.
But I usually have to put her down if I want to take a nap for whatever reason,
Yeah.
and I'm can have that luxury. Then
Wait,
I'll.
when was the last time you took a nap, Sarah? Not
I
recently
like to
enough.
think I can maybe nap when she naps, but
Maybe.
she doesn't like to nap when I'm home too. So
No, yeah.
it doesn't happen.
The naps are insane right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was like a little bit about our feeding journey just really early on. And we can go into, as they get older and solids, like a different episode. But I think the point is like every mom has such a hard time with feeding because like feeding is its own monster of its own.
It really is.
Like
And
even
you think you're going to do one thing and then you end up doing something completely
oh,
different.
100%. Like I thought I was going to
Yeah.
breastfeed till 1. No. Yeah. But like that's what you're supposed to do or
Yeah.
whatever. Everyone is telling you that's what society pressures you to do, breastfeed till 1. Like honestly, kudos and hats off to the moms who
Yes, of
breastfeed and still
course.
breastfeed.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But it just like wasn't doable for me and that's okay. And that's what I think motherhood has taught me. Like you have to be confident in the way you're mothering and like it's gonna look different than like my way is completely different than Sarah's and whoever than my other friend, but that's okay because like it's whatever works for you and your family and like you have to put your health as a priority as well.
No, 100%. Everyone's journey is different and you can't judge anyone else's because you don't know what they're going through what their situation is. And you know what? That's what's really important.
And like honestly,
Judging
as
people.
we know, everyone will have something to say, especially if you can be anonymous on Facebook or whatever. Like at this point, just do what makes you and your family happy and be confident in that because the real people and your real tribe is like will never judge you for it. And like it's what works for you.
And I think we got to wrap up because, Mel has to get to the
Plane
airport.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I have a plane to catch, but happy weekend, everyone.
Yes, I hope everyone has a great weekend.
First
And
weekend.
please, guys, like tell us like what you want to hear from us. Comment. We're on Instagram on LA, Mel knows our
No,
names.
no,
I'm
no.
so
Okay.
bad at this.
Okay. So we are on all the platforms as of last week. So Instagram is Little Sprout LA Moms, TikTok, little.sprout.mom, YouTube, Little Sprout Moms, and
We're on all listening
that, and
podcasts.
all listening platforms, Spotify, Apple Music.
Ones that I have never even heard
Yeah.
of, to be
So,
honest.
and you know what? We've gotten such good feedback just from our close family friends about episode 1. So the way
Mm-hmm.
that you can support is to share about us,
Yes.
like us,
Like,
rate us on Spotify,
subscribe.
subscribe, all of the things. Like it takes 2 seconds. And I used to hate on podcasts when I would hear that at the end, but I'm like, no, it really makes a difference.
It's
And
really
please
important, so
do.
please do it.
Please do. Okay. See you
All
for
right.
episode
Bye,
3. Bye,
guys.
guys.